You know what's really sad? That I set up the tripod, and then realized I was too short for how I'd set it up, so now I'm just sitting on 2 pillows. Hey y'all! Today, I'm very excited to be making my Asian Readathon recommendations video. So the Asian Readathon is hosted through all of May, which is Asian Heritage Month, I believe, and this readathon is created and hosted by Cindy from Read with Cindy. This readathon is all about reading from Asian authors, reading about Asian characters, all that jazz. And so today I thought I'd recommend you some books for this readathon, and this also applies to one of the prompts of Asian Readathon. So the prompts this year are to read a book by an Asian author, to read a book either by an Asian author or with an Asian character that is similar to you. So for example, if you're a woman, read a book by an Asian woman. Third one is read a book by an Asian author or featuring an Asian character that's different from you. So if you're a woman, you could read from someone who's Asian and non-binary, Asian and male, that kind of thing. And the fourth prompt is to read a book recommended by an Asian. Also, there is an optional buddy read, group read along, 5th prompt, and that is to read Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste, and I am going to be one of the hosts for this read along. So Little Fires Everywhere read along is going to be happening from May 1st to May 15th with a live show on Mrs. Dunn Reads channel, or Allie, on Allie's channel, on May 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Might be Eastern Daylight Time now. I don't actually know how that works. Eastern Time. And then, after that, from the 16th to the 30th of May, we will be doing a Little Fires Everywhere Watchalong. So we will be watching the Hulu adaptation of the book, and the live show for that will be on May 30th at 7 p.m. Eastern as well. I know that was just like a huge info dump, but I hope it was at least somewhat clear, and I will leave everyone's links, all the hosts, and all the live show dates, announcement videos, all that stuff will be down below. I believe Cindy also has a list of books by or featuring Asian authors or characters that she's been compiling since last year, so I will also leave that below as well. So I don't really know if this counts as a recommendation because I haven't read it yet, but I guess my first book I'm going to mention is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste. I've heard a lot of great things about it. I know Sophia from the Book Basement has also talked about it, and so I am very excited to read it, and please join us to read this book during May. Alright, my first official recommendation is a book that I read during the Asian Readathon last year, and that is Death Note Volume 1. So, Death Note is a manga, I think, that is written and illustrated by 2 Japanese men, and essentially it's the story of 17-year-old Light who has picked up the notebook that Death has dropped. And essentially, this Death notebook is that if you write someone's name in it, and you can also write like when they die, where, how, that kind of thing, if you write someone's name in it, they will die in that manner at that place. And it is the first like graphic novel-y thing that I've truly enjoyed. The art style is so dynamic, and the story is so fascinating to get into. And the character development in this graphic novel, that's only like 100 or so pages, I think, is more than some actual like full novels I've read. And I think it's really interesting to see kind of the morality of the story and what Light becomes, all that kind of thing. And I would definitely recommend trying out Death Note. Another graphic novel I am going to recommend is The Prince and the Dressmaker by Jen Wang. Jen Wang, I believe, is her parents immigrated to the States from Taiwan, and The Prince and the Dressmaker, I literally love this book so much that the moment I finished reading my copy from the library, I went out and I bought myself my own copy. It is so nice and so cute. So The Prince and the Dressmaker is about a prince and a dressmaker, and essentially essentially, the prince likes to wear dresses. And so when he sees one of the dressmaker Francis's designs, the prince, Sebastian, decides that he is going to hire her in secret to make dresses for him. And at night they go out together with Francis and the Lady Crystalia. And it is such a wholesome, fun story about friendship and being yourself and acceptance and love, and it's also just so pretty. And like for all the chapter beginnings, there's like a little piece of, I guess like template fabric, kind of, you know, with all the measurements and stuff. I don't know what I'm saying, but it is so cute and so lovely, and I absolutely adore Jen Wang's art style. A book I read at the end of last year, and is the book that, for me, most accurately represents like the Asian immigrant experience, is Frankly in Love by David Yoon. So David Yoon is Korean, and the main character of Frankly in Love, Frank Lee, is Korean as well as a bunch of other characters in this book. And Frankly in Love is a fake dating scenario, and essentially Frank's family really wants him to be with a Korean girl, but he has fallen for a white girl. So he and his family friend Joy, because they're in this like Korean immigrant families group, which is very like accurate to Asian immigrant experience, because it's very like we take care of our own kind of thing, but it's also like we don't know anyone who shares the same experience, please be our friend. And essentially Joy and Frank decide to fake date to appease their parents. So what happens is like Frank will pick Joy up for their date, he'll drop Joy off for her date with her boyfriend, and he'll go and meet his girlfriend. And it is such a cute fake dating friends to lovers book, but it also, yeah, like I said, it's very Asian immigrant experience heavy, and it is probably the best representation that I've seen, that I've personally been able to connect to and relate to, and I love it so much. Beyond that, there's also so much in this book about family and family dynamics, and also about friendship. Oh man, I love Frank's best friend. I think his name is Q? Yeah, I love Q. If you are looking for a non-fiction book, I am recommending Know My Name by Chanel Miller. So Chanel Miller is probably better known as Emily Doe from the Brock Turner case. Blada, he sexually assaulted her, is a dick, you know, that situation. And this is pretty much her writing about that experience of not remembering what happened and everything that followed after. So it's waking up in the hospital, it's how her family dealt with it, it's how she had to be dragged through years of court. And she writes so well and brilliantly, and the story is, I mean, upsetting, but she's just a fantastic writer, and reading about the situation from her perspective was really fascinating. I don't know how else to talk about this book, because I can't be like, I enjoyed it, because like, not, like I can't say I enjoyed reading it because the experience that she had is not great, and so when you're reading about it, you're not like enjoying this, but I really like this book. The next book I'm recommending is a short story anthology, and I'm saying it counts for Asian Readathon because one of my friends, Wanshika, they have written one of the stories in this anthology, and they're Indian, so I'm saying this counts. And that is Keep Faith, a queer anthology, and it's filled with short stories all about the intersection of queerness and religion. So I believe the anthology is edited by Gabriella Martins, and they're selling it online. If I can find the link, I'll put it down below, but essentially all money is going to like queer charity, nonprofit things, if I recall correctly. If you want to read from authors of a variety of cultures and religion and genders and also characters of all these different backgrounds, there is also a fantastic short story in here that is about an Arrow Ace character, and I love reading about ace characters. I'm ace. But also, it's about an ace character being in a relationship and navigating that. Also, I would just like to read you this amazing, amazing quote from One Good Story, and that is, "A god who hates their worshippers' happiness is no god of ours." Next is a booktube, like 2012 classic, and that is Angelfall by Susan E. Angelfall is about like a post-apocalyptic world where angels attack the earth, and the story follows Penryn Young, who is just trying to survive with her mom and her little sister, and I believe her little sister is paralyzed, and essentially an angel takes her sister, and the story follows along as she becomes unlikely allies with an angel so that he can get his revenge, do his thing, and so she can get her sister back. And I'm not saying it's the best thing that's ever been written, but it is, I mean, it's very like 2012-esque. It's very fun. Also, the romance is just, this book has truly stuck with me for so long, purely because of the angst and the romance at the end. This book I'm not sure necessarily counts for Asian Readathon, but that is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. And I adore the Litter Chronicles. It is such a stunning series. And I think Cinder's part Asian. I think Kai is Asian. They're from New Beijing. Cinder's last name is Lin, so I'm saying it kind of counts at least. And, you know, it's good to have a book where, like, being Asian is not the most center focus of the novel. So the Litter Chronicles are like a futuristic sci-fi fairy tale retelling series. So Cinder focuses on Cinder, Scarlet is Little Red Riding Hood, Cress is Rapunzel, and Winter is Snow White. And so our first book follows Cinder, and in this book the main thing has to do with the plague that is currently affecting the Eastern Commonwealth, and Kai is suddenly thrust into being emperor when his father dies, and it's about navigating what to do about the plague and also how to coordinate with the Lunars, who are people who live on the moon. Okay, that's gonna be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you all join in for the readathon and our read-along. Again, all information is linked down below. I hope y'all are doing well, and I will see you sometime. Goodbye.